Billy, are there moments that no one knows about where, like, you got together with, let's say, I don't know who, Eric Clapton, or you got together with the Beatles, or you got together with somebody, like a session happened late at night where you all got together, and almost moments in your career?
Yeah. Those things have happened to me.
Like,
sure.
what has happened that I don't know about?
You want an anecdote?
Yes.
There's the Paul McCartney one. Which is a good one.
You jammed with Paul McCartney?
This wasn't even a jam. I had written some piano pieces and he was dabbling in writing like classical style music.
Right.
And I had some. So it was set up that he was going to come to my house. He was out in the Hamptons. I was living in the Hamptons at the time. He has a place out there he stays during the summer. Paul McCartney's going to come over to my house. Now, I've known Paul for years, but not really close. Just kind of, hey, Paul, how you doing?
And you never were alone with him in a room one-on-one?
Yeah, we talked, but this was like at a party or something. This is just going to be me and him hanging out.
And he's a hero to you.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's the reason you got into music.
Yes.
Right. And he's also someone you can respect as... How many people can you respect as a songwriter? Not too many.
I mean, him and John, to me, were the greatest songwriting team of all time.
Agreed.
Up there with Gilbert and Sullivan, I guess. So he's going to come over to my house. He's going to hear these pieces. His attorney is my attorney, so he got it together for him to come to my house. Paul McCartney's coming to my house. Wow. Paul McCartney's going to be at my house.
Right.
So I wonder if he wants, something, a nice cold drink. I'll have something in the fridge. And I open the fridge, and I look in the fridge, and there's some cold cuts.
That's not good enough.
There's, no, it's not that. I mean, he's not a meat guy. He does, and he's like the anti-meat person of all time.
Right.
And I'm looking at my fridge, and I'm seeing, like turkey breast and, cold beef or something. And it's starting to look like Jeffrey Dahmer's refrigerator.
Right.
I'm thinking if Paul opens the fridge, he's going to freak out, and he's going to run out of my house. He's never going to talk to me again. So I decide I'm going to take all the meat out of the refrigerator and put it somewhere else.
Right.
Literally, I was going to hide the salami. So I go through the fridge, and I'm pulling out this, pulling out that, and I'm hiding it in drawers.
Really?
Around the house, yeah.
Because you cared. You didn't want him to be offended.
I didn't want to bother him with my meat.
Right.
But in drawers, meat?
Well, I had to put it somewhere. He was coming. I'm looking at my watch. He's going to be here any minute. Where do I put the meat? Okay, I throw it in the pantry. I put it in the drawer. And so we had a nice date, hanging out, listening, talking about music.
Well, back that up for a second. When you say you had a nice day talking about... When he comes in, are you nervous?
Not nervous, just kind of excited.
Awkward silences?
No. I mean, we've known each other long enough to not have, gee, shy, bashful, oh, golly, gee whiz.
He was a regular guy.
He's a regular guy. Very, very nice man. Good family man.
When you say good family man, don't you think his relationship with Linda is everything a guy should have in a relationship with a woman? They had this mutual respect. The whole thing worked out.
Yeah, he was madly in love with that woman.
Unbelievable.
And plus the kids. All the kids are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very...
It's like
you see him with his family, and you say,
tale.
this is a real good family man. Everybody loves everybody else. They get along, even though they fight like everybody, cats and dogs. But he's a good dad.
So you're sitting in there, you're talking with him, you're having a nice day. Do you whip out the instruments, and is there sort of a jam or a meeting of the minds musically?
It wasn't so much that we jammed. There was a piano in the room, but he was playing me some of his tapes, and I was playing him some of my tapes. And then to illustrate a point, we would go over to a piano and say, I was thinking of this chord, instead of that chord. And, things like that. Just like musician stuff, our language. And that went on for a few hours. Then he left. He never looked in the fridge. He never asked for something to drink.
What was the point of that musical conversation? Were you feeling each other out to say maybe we should make an album together or a song together?
No, it wasn't that so much as I wanted to know what he thought of the stuff I was writing, and he wanted to know what I thought of the stuff he was writing.
Right.
Kind of a mutual respect songwriter thing.
Could you criticize a song he's writing and say, I don't think you have it right?
I don't know if that's what he wanted. I probably wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have the audacity to tell Paul.
You'd say, hey, did you ever
sucks.
consider this? Or did you ever consider that kind of thing?
I don't even know if I would do that. I mean, to me, he's like the master.
Right.
So how do I know better than him? It's just, that's my taste.
But what an amazing day to sit there and play with him. I mean, nothing further ever came of it. You guys never got together again, right?
No, we did. We got together. We got closer, from hanging out that day. But the upshot of this story is he leaves, and I'm like thrilled, and I'm calling everybody up. Yeah, Paul was at the house, and we were hanging out, man. We're talking music. And then, like, a few days go by, and I'm walking around my house like, what's that smell? What is that? It was like dead chicken that's been sitting in a drawer in a hot pantry for 5 days. And I had to go around the house, and I couldn't find the meat.
Oh,
it was so well hidden.
It was like a treasure hunt for your meat.
Yeah.